For this video, I'm going to take you for a hotel tour of the DoubleTree by Hilton located in St. John's, Newfoundland. Well, you've probably noticed that I've stayed at a lot of hotels over the years, and I must admit, I think DoubleTree is probably the most consistent brand I've ever dealt with. Their consistency and quality is always top notch. I have yet to have a bad experience anytime I've stayed at a DoubleTree resort. The facilities are always just meticulously maintained, and the rooms have always been very clean and modern and up to date. And these are definitely attributes that you don't take for granted as a traveler. So today I'm in an area known as Habourview, and it's located in St. John's, Newfoundland. And even though you see all these huge ships and cranes and lots of industry in the harbor, St. John's has got to be the quietest city I've ever stayed in. I really didn't hear a lot of honking horns. I didn't hear lots of heavy trucks and those annoying beeping sounds when they back up and pick up dumpsters and that kind of stuff. That just didn't happen while I was here. And another funny thing about my stay here is when the maids came in to clean up the room, they opened the window a little bit, and I slept the whole night, and I didn't even realize it was open. It was that quiet around here. It's just, Newfoundland is such a peaceful, tranquil place. And even when you're inside the city, it's still pretty quiet. I mean, it is the quietest city I've ever experienced. Moving on to the hotel review itself, this is what you'd expect from like a 3-star resort. I mean, the accommodations are pretty typical. They've got an on-site restaurant. They're a 15-minute walk from downtown St. John's, George Street, and the Convention Center. I did consider eating at the restaurant downstairs for breakfast, but the prices were a little bit much, so I walked across the street and ate, I think, at the Classic Diner. And breakfast was half the price that it would have cost me at the restaurant inside the DoubleTree, so it was definitely worth the walk. Speaking of that restaurant, it is called Little Sparo, and I don't think breakfast is their strong suit anyways. They're pretty much bragging on their website about the scratch-made Italian cuisine that they serve there, so I don't know about you, but I don't go to Italian restaurants for breakfast anyways, generally. I'm more of a pancake or bagel restaurant type of guy. Some of the other amenities at this hotel include a really well-stocked fitness center, and one of the signatures of DoubleTree is they will constantly be serving warm DoubleTree Chocolate Chip Cookies up for guests, and those are complimentary. There are definitely less expensive hotel options here in St. John's, but I didn't want to take a chance, and I know DoubleTree is a really safe option. This hotel is located right in the heart of the harbor, and there's a lot of great restaurants and attractions that are very close by. For example, Signal Hill and the Johnson Geo Centre are both really close, and those are great places to visit while you're here in Newfoundland. And I've got to admit, the Johnson Geo Centre is the coolest science museum I've ever seen. I've got that review on the way, so don't forget to like and subscribe so you can get notified when that video drops. As for the review, you'll notice that it was overcast the day I was here. It's October in Newfoundland. I mean, that's kind of what you expect. It's going to be either kind of foggy or overcast. This place does get beautiful weather in the summertime, and that's the big season for tourism. As for the rest of the amenities here at the DoubleTree, they've got the largest flat screen TV that I've ever seen in a hotel room. I think it was either a 43-inch, maybe a 50-inch. I mean, it was huge for hotel room standards. Obviously, they had complimentary Wi-Fi, and they had the coin laundry and soda machines and ice machines, pretty much like any other hotel. I did really like that they had couches and windows around the elevator so you could actually enjoy the views of the harbor. That was a nice touch. Not a lot of hotels do that. But overall, I definitely would recommend this DoubleTree. It's one of the nicer options in St. John's. Thanks for joining me on this hotel review of the DoubleTree here in St. John's, Newfoundland. If you enjoyed this episode of The Adventure Schmuck, don't forget to click on that subscribe button. See everyone next week.